Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Jarrell Omar Green. Green died on Thursday, March 12, 2009, after being shot in the 2100 block of West Jefferson Boulevard in Jefferson Park, according to LA County Coroner records. Cornelius Byers was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. On the evening of March 11, 2009, victims Jarrell Green and Jasper Hudson were shot entering a Louisiana fried chicken restaurant at the corner of Arlington and Jefferson Boulevard in LA. A young African-American man wearing a gray hoodie and black pants fired 14 shots and ran to a Chevy Lumina parked in the restaurant alley. Green died from a gunshot wound to the forehead, and Hudson was shot in the torso and leg. Before the shooting, Elizabeth Ayon saw the African-American man cut in and out of traffic and park in the restaurant alley. The alley was covered with gang graffiti. Ayon heard 5 or 6 gunshots and saw the man run back to the Chevy Lumina carrying a semi-automatic firearm. Ayon called 911 and gave the operator a physical description of the shooter. 2 weeks later, Ayon circled defendant's photo in a photo 6-pack and said it looked similar to the shooter's facial features and complexion. At the preliminary hearing, Ayon was positive that defendant was the shooter. Hudson was driven to the hospital by his mother and girlfriend a few minutes after the shooting. Before surgery, Hudson told his father, Louis Hudson, that Cornelius shot him and that Cornelius lived on 7th Avenue in Jefferson and had a red porch light. Hudson told the police that he didn't know who shot him. Hudson's father talked to the police, agreed to wear a wire, and asked Hudson about the police interview. Hudson said that Cornelius' photo was in the photo 6-pack. They wanted me to snitch on Cornelius. They wanted me to say that Cornelius shot me and I'm not gonna do it. At trial, Hudson denied saying the defendant was the shooter and denied knowing what the word snitch meant. On May 14, 2009, 3 days after the shooting, Hudson's girlfriend, Dwayna Brown, was concerned about her safety and gave an anonymous statement to the police. Hudson told her that Cornelius was the shooter and that he recognized Cornelius' face as soon as Cornelius pointed the handgun at him. Dwayna told the police that Hudson ran with the Rolling 30 Crips and defendant was from the City Stones or Biddy Stones. Dwayna identified defendant in a photo 6-pack and said that defendant and Hudson attended Dorsey High School together. In a recorded phone interview, Zerma Brown, Dwayna's sister, told Detective Brian Calicia that she drove with Hudson, Hudson's mother, and Dwayna to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, Hudson told him that Cornelius, who went by the hood name Sockout, shot him. Hudson indicated that he and Cornelius were enemies and that may be why he was shot. Defendant was arrested March 23, 2009 at his home 7 blocks away from the murder scene. In defendant's bedroom was a photo of defendant throwing up a black Peace Stone hand sign. The police also found a T-Mobile cell phone, a pair of sneakers with red shoelaces, a gray hooded sweatshirt, and a black baseball cap with the letter P. The T-Mobile cell phone was registered to Corn B at defendant's home address and in service from February to March 2009. Phone records indicated that the cell phone was used on March 11, 2009, the day of the shooting. The cell phone had photos of defendant, gang graffiti photos, rap lyrics, texts, and chat log entries in which defendant called himself Sockout and used the screen name Stone Love 5 times. LAPD officer Brian Thayer was familiar with the Black Peace Stones and stated that defendant was an active member of the gang, went by the moniker Sockout, and belonged to the Biddy Stones. Officer Thayer reviewed the chat logs, text messages, rap lyrics, and photos on defendant's cell phone and verified that they were gang-related. Following the trial, the jury convicted Cornelius Byers of first-degree murder, attempted murder, including a gun and gang enhancement. The court sentenced defendant to a prison term of 75 years to life, plus life with the possibility of parole. Jarrell Omar Green was 26 years old at the time of death.